Hi everyone, I'm Paul from Balance Health and Fitness. I'm here to take you through a little chair-based workout that you can do at home. Obviously, especially useful if you're finding it harder to get out and about at the moment, or if maybe you're not allowed out for any reason. But just a good way you can keep fit, keep strong whilst you're at home, keep your mind and your body active. Great for strengthening all your muscles, top to toe. We're going to work a bit of everything. Also great for working on your balance and your coordination, and as you said, that mental well-being as well. Things you'll need for the workout. Obviously, first thing is a nice sturdy chair like this one. This is perfect, nice even surface as well, so that the chair is nice and secure, and something good space against the wall, so you can pop that chair right back against the wall, and you just know that it can't really move around whilst we're doing anything. Other things you're going to need, some comfy clothing, something nice and light, and airy. Could be a t-shirt, could be a light shirt, maybe a light jumper, and then just like we said, a good non-slip surface. Good carpet here, and I've got my slippers on that fit well for a bit of grip as well, give me a bit more balance and support whilst we're doing it. And then one final thing, just a bottle of water or a glass of water nearby, just so you can take a drink anytime you like throughout. As I said, we're going to have little pauses, let you have a drink as we go. Right, we're going to get you started. As you said, if you put that chair back against the wall, it'll be nice and stable. I'm going to bring mine a little bit further forward, just so it's easier to see what I'm doing in most of the exercises. We'll just get it set up in a good position for you, just so that you can see clearly from there. So first and foremost, have a seat on the chair and bring yourself towards sort of the front third of the chair. So that bum's sitting just on the front third. Feet sort of hip, shoulder width apart. I'm going to shift that so we can see my feet as well. As I said, feet back, hip, shoulder width apart, and just sit yourself nice and tall. So head up, shoulders relaxed and down, looking forwards. And we're going to start from the lower body. So we're going to start right down at the feet and the ankles and the calf muscles back here. Literally, you can hold onto that chair for balance anytime you like throughout. You can take the hands onto the thighs, or you can even take them out a little bit, challenge those core muscles and that balance a bit more. But we're going to start from the bottom. We're literally just going to lift up onto tiptoes. See my fluffy socks underneath, and then back down from there. Lift up onto tiptoes, and then control them back down. Nice steady pace. We're going to aim for about 10 repetitions on everything we do. My counting is renowned with my clients as not being perfect. I tend to always go over rather than under, so apologies if it ends up being 11 or 12. So up we go, nice, slow, controlled lift, and then sink, and then lift it up onto the toes. If you're finding it too easy and you want to put a bit more work through, you can rest the hands on the thighs and just push down into them gently as you go, just to add a little bit more resistance and just wake those muscles up. If not, keep those hands held onto the side of that chair for a bit of stability and balance. And we're going to go for another 3 more. Lifting them up right onto tiptoes. 2 to go. And then control it back down. And then one last time from there. Good stuff. Right, and next one. All our muscles work in pairs, so we're going to balance out and work in the backs of the legs by hitting the fronts of the lower legs as well, or in and around the shins. So from here, literally just going to keep the heels on the floor and just lift the toe up into the air as high as you possibly can. I'm going to shuffle back a little bit again so you can see a bit better. So you lift that toe, sink it down, lift that toe, just like you're tapping your feet in time with some music. Lift them up. Again, if it's too easy, you can go both feet together, so you can lift both toes, only maybe a centimetre, maybe an inch off the floor, but just pulling that toe up towards your shins. And as always, holding onto the chair for balance, or resting your hands on, or taking them out for a little bit more of a challenge. Lift them up. We're going to go 4 more. Pulling towards those shins. 3 to go. And again, 2 to come. And then one last time. And they should feel nice and warm and awake now. From there, as I said, make sure again you're at the front third of that chair, bum's nice and secure, you can hold on for balance. And we're just going to start to wake up the big muscles in the legs as well. So we're going to start with a little bit of a march, just walking on the spot. Don't have to lift too high. Again, maybe an inch or 2 off the floor. If it feels okay and you want to lift a bit higher, you can. Just make sure that posture's really tall, so we're keeping nice and upright. Shoulders are back and down, and keep that head nice and high from there. We're going to go for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then bring them down. And we're just going to work on stretching and loosening the backs of the legs. The way we do that is literally just to extend one leg and come up onto the toe, or pulling the toe towards you rather. So pulling that toe up and back down from there. little toe tap, heel taps as they're known, rather in the exercise to music days, if anyone did any step or step aerobics. So tapping that heel into the floor. If you want to challenge it a bit further, as you do it, you can sweep the hands forward, just feeling that stretch down the backs of the legs nice and gently. This one was once taught to me by one of my learners on a course as shoeing the chickens. It's just a really nice way to remember the movement in there, feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs. But as we said, if you want to, you can just tap that heel into the floor. For a couple more now, to each side. Perfect. Pulling that toe towards you. And then let them relax. And again, we go back to that marching. Hands on the chair for stability, or out to the side if you want to challenge it a little bit more. Nice and gentle, maybe a little bit harder than last time, but just what feels comfortable. Only about 10 seconds, and then we're going to go into that next one as well. Good stuff. 3, 2, 1. Ease and down. Right, we're going to wake up the insides and the outsides of the legs. So again, make sure your front third of the chair nice and secure. And we're just going to tap one leg out to the side and back in. Not too far to start off with, just as far as feels comfortable for you to get a little bit of a stretch in and around the hips, inside and outside of the thigh. If it feels comfortable and you can take it out a little bit wider, and you can take those arms out for a balance challenge. I like to call these Cossacks because it reminds me of that Russian dance. Out we go. 3 more each side. Hold it on if you want. And then last ones. And then back in. And again, we go back to that march. And we're just walking up and down on the spot. You can go a little bit quicker now if you want. Starting to feel everything warm up. Loosen up a little bit. Again, only 10 seconds. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let them relax. I'm going to get up and move the chair for a second. No need for you to move. It's just so you can see that stretch that I'm about to do a little bit easier. So I'm going to take it side on. Again, sit in front of the chair. This time you're just going to shuffle yourself to the side of the chair a little bit. Whichever side you shuffle, I'm coming towards you. Hold on with the other hand just to give you a bit of stability. We keep one leg down. And we take the other leg back a little bit. It doesn't have to be too far, might just be here, but just take it back just so you can feel a bit of a stretch in the front of the thigh and keep that posture nice and tall. Head up, looking forward, your shoulders are relaxed, and as we said, we're holding on here for a bit of stability on that chair. Good stuff. Hold it then, relax into it. If it eases, you can take it back a little bit more, but you don't need to. Just relaxing into it for 3 and 2. And 1, and then gently ease them in. Again, I'm going to spin that chair around, just so you can see what I'm doing on the other side. Pop yourself down, shuffle to one side a little bit. That leg comes back so you can feel that stretch at the front of the thigh. And you just hold it there. Hold the chair for balance if you like. You can rest your hands onto the front thigh if not. And we're going to hold it for 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1, and ease them in. Take the chance to have a bit of a drink if you'd like. And then we're going to do some stuff on the upper body to loosen that off too. So we've worked our way through the legs and the hips. Now a little bit for the spine, the core muscles in the middle, and just all the in and around the shoulders as well. So again, front third of the chair, shoulders back and down, head up looking forwards. And just pop those arms down to your sides. I'll move those legs in a little bit so you can see this one. And then from there, we just lean to one side until you feel a little bit of a pull in the side. And then gently back up. Lean to one side. And then back from there. Over we go. As always, about 8 to 10 with my counting, which normally means 11 to 12. And just easing into it as we go. Never too far, never too fast either, so it's always that controlled movement. It's that steady, slow pace that's really going to help those muscles stretch and relax. Good stuff. If it feels easy and you're feeling confident, as you lean over, you can bring an arm up and over the top as well. I like to call these Mr. Motivators. And if anyone saw him on telly this morning, nice to see him back. Up and over we go. Stretch them through. Keep them coming. As I said, if you want, you can stick to these easier side bends, arms down, just resting by your side. You can even hold on to the chair for a little bit of balance as you come across if you'd like. Last one each side now. So we're going to come up and we're going to do one more each side. Down we go, and then up we come, and let them relax from there. And then we're going to just go a little bit higher up the body, and we're going to work on that top portion of the spine, a little bit around the upper back as well. A couple of ways you can do this. Again, you can keep your hands down on your thighs and you can keep them nice and low. You can go into what I call the Dracula pose, so hands across your shoulders holding on from there, or you can even take your arms out to the side a little bit for balance. I'm going to go for that Dracula pose, so we're going to go into the middle. Again, feet planted firmly on the floor, and just gently twist your spine, only as far as feels comfortable, to one side, and then gently back to the centre. Then we control it round to the other side. You get to the point where you feel it wants to stop naturally, and back from there. Round we go, number 2 on both sides. Good stuff, controlled. As always, don't let it turn into some sort of ballistic or super fast movement. It's just a really, really gentle turn, nothing too bouncy. Make sure your breathing is nice and steady all the way through. Good stuff. And again, you might feel that spine loosen as you come round. If you're feeling less secure, just hold onto that chair and just twist and turn from there. Or you can even rest your hands onto the thighs and bring them across and twist them through. Keep them coming. Just a couple more each side. 2 to go. And then last one, posture really tall. Make yourself 6'6", over we go. And then back to the start from there. Good stuff. Again, grab a drink if you want a bit of a breather. And we're going to do one more that loosens off just in and around the chest and the shoulders. Before we do a couple of strength exercises to take it up a tiny notch from there. Right, important to get these shoulders moving. They can get very, very tight. So we're going to get moving by going out into like a big hug. Imagine you're hugging a tree or a beach ball. Bring those arms through, hug them together at the front and gently stretch them back. Hug them together and gently stretch back. You can tuck the head down a little bit as you hug forwards and really lift that chest nice and high as you come back. We're going to go for, again, 10 to 12 repetitions, nice and controlled. Back we go, good stuff. 5 more. Slow, controlled pace. And again. 3 to go, breathing through nice and gently. 2 more times. Good stuff. And then back in from there. Good stuff. You should be a little bit looser now. So we're going to go for just 3 or 4 exercises to hit all the big muscles in the body that are really important for posture, for balance, for moving around, all those daily tasks, and just helping make them a little bit easier. The first is the muscles of the upper back up here. We're going to do a very similar thing to what we've just done. We're just going to take those arms out to our sides, so just holding them out, and just gently squeeze them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the back, give them a little bit of a pinch, and then back in from there. Come out, squeeze them back, little bit of a pinch, and then back in from there. Come out, squeeze them back, and then back from there. So when we squeeze at the back, we're just pinching those shoulder blades together for a second or two, nothing too hard. Back we go. Hold it there, and back into the start. Squeezing back, good stuff, and in we come. 3 more. Squeeze the shoulder blades, and back we go. 2 more, a little bit of a pinch between those shoulders. Imagine you're trying to pinch a biro in between the shoulder blades. And one last time, pinch it back and hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and let them relax. You should feel a good bit of work in that upper back there. It's a lot harder than some people would imagine. Right then, we've done a bit of upper body stuff, so we're going to balance it out, give the upper body a rest, and do a bit on the legs. I'm going to show you a couple of choices through these. We're going to go through it twice. I'm going to show you a slightly easier one, and then if you want to, for the second time round, we're going to make it a little bit harder. Your first choice, you will need to move the chair a little bit for this one. So you'll need it in a position where you've got the back side on, away from the wall, so you've got that space. So we're going to have the chair side on, we're going to have our feet hip shoulder width apart. In fact, if I show you a bit of an angle from there, you can see me a little bit better. And hands just resting onto the front of that chair for stability. And then from there, keep your weight pushed down through the whole foot. You're going to push your bum back like you're sitting in a chair, only as deep as feels comfortable. And then back up nice and tall. It might just be a sort of quarter of the way down and back up from there. If you can go a little bit deeper and you feel balanced and able, you can come deeper than that. Good stuff. There we go. Down we go. Weight through those heels. Use the back of that chair for balance. 4 more. Keep them coming. It's really going to work the fronts of the legs, the backs of the legs, the bum, the core muscles. And as you said, it's going to really challenge your balance as well, which I am contractually obliged to say at least 100 times a day, as it's the name of the business. Down we come. Ever so steady. And we're going to go one last time, as deep as feels comfortable. And then ease them up from there. Give them a breather. Again, have a drink if you need it. Shake out the legs if they feel a little bit tight. I'm going to pop that up there. And I'm going to show you a way to make it slightly tougher. Don't have to do it. You can stick to the first round we've just done. But this is a very famous exercise. It's a classic called the sit to stand. So you kind of get the idea from the name. You have that chair with the back against the wall. You sit yourself down onto the front third of the chair. And then with the chair against the wall, we know it's going to be there when we come back. No need to look around and see if anyone's stolen it. And we're going to sit ourselves down. A couple of options. Hands by the sides and resting on the corners of the chair to give you help and a little bit of a push up. Or again, hands in that Dracula pose if we want to work those legs a little bit harder from there. I'll do about half and half. So your first one, we're going to really tense those legs, push the feet down into the floor, push yourself up nice and tall, and then control backwards nice and slowly. So that's one. Lift again, and control and down. As we said, use that chair to push yourself up if you want for 3. And nice and steady. Good stuff. Couple more. Up we go. And as slow and as controlled as you can on the way back down. Up we come. And then gently back down. If you want to make it tougher, you can take on that Dracula pose. And we're going to go for 5 more. Controlled. And lift. 3 to go. Nice and steady. Push through those feet. Down we come. One last time. Lift. And then gently relax them back down. And have a bit of a breather. Those legs should feel like they've got a good bit of work in. Again, we're going to switch it around. So we've done the lower body. Going to give that a bit of a rest. And we're going to go back to the upper body. We're going to go and use that wall over there. I've deliberately set the camera up so there's plenty of space and hopefully you can see it. But I'll talk you through it as well. So we're going to do a press up. Not the press up that many of you would imagine, but just a good way of changing it. Obviously, if you can do a kneeling press up or a floor press up, you're more than welcome. This is just a nice way of doing it if you don't want to get down on the floor. So you essentially, you stand a foot and a half away from that wall. Let's make sure it's set up right. You pop your hands on the wall at chest height and then maybe lower them an inch or 2. Make sure the hands are comfortable so you can turn the palms out if that feels better for you. And then from there, we're going to keep that body tall, bring the chest between the arms, and then back up from there. So it's down between the arms. No need to turn your head like me. I'm just turning so you can see me and you can hear me clearly. And then control through. Up we come. As always, we go for about 10. Control it in. And up we come. Nice and steady. Breathing throughout. Up we go. Let's go 4 more. Down. And up. This is the last bit of hard work. It's just a nice easy stretch after this. All the way into the wall if you can, or as far as feels comfortable. Make sure it's a slow pace. Let's go one last time. Steady. And push. Good stuff. Right, again, have a drink. I'm going to bring that chair forward so you can see some of the stretches better. But again, you can leave it resting against the wall so it's nice and supported from there. So it's important at the end of the workout just to do a little bit of a stretch, loosen everything off for you. So we're just going to start, as always, front third of that chair, bum right towards the edge, and then just take one leg out, lift the toe up, and you can rest your hands on the other thigh. You can hold onto the chair if you prefer for balance, and just lean ever so slightly into it. until you can feel that pull down the back of the leg. You might feel it in the upper leg, you might feel it down further into the calf, but just a gentle stretch. And then we just hold it, that mild discomfort, for about 10 seconds. Once we're done, we're going to ease it up and we're going to swap to the other side, holding the chair for stability if you wish, or resting your hands on that bent leg for support if that feels better for you. If it doesn't feel it and you've got the confidence, you can lean into it further, because that's just going to get you a little bit more of a stretch in those muscles, and they can get pretty tight. So we're holding it there for 3 and 2 and 1 and ease them up. Again, we hold on to the chair for stability. We're going to work and stretch the muscles in the insides of the thighs, which again can get pretty tight. So we're just taking that leg out to the side as far as feels comfortable. Doesn't have to be far at all, it's the range that works for you, just until you can feel that stretch there. And again, you can hold on to the chair, or you can rest a hand onto that thigh. And if you lean into it, you get a slightly bigger stretch as well. Hold it there. We're just trying to bring everything down now, slowing it right down. 3, 2, 1, ease them in. And again, give yourself a shuffle around so you're comfortable, and take that leg out to the side. Again, just trying to get that stretch on the inside of the thigh, hands on the chair or on the thigh, and then leaning forward if you want to feel it more, but upright is absolutely fine. So we just hold it there for a couple more seconds. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. And relax. And we're going to go back to a stretch that we did right in the warm-up. Again, I'm going to move the chair. No need to change yours, because we're going to stretch the fronts of those thighs again. So we're going to shuffle towards the side of that chair, hold on for balance, and take that leg back. The further back it goes, the bigger the stretch, but it's not about how far, it's just about feeling a mild stretch in the front of that thigh. So it might come up right to the hip, maybe even into the stomach a little bit here, and you want to be as upright as you can, because that's going to really maximise the stretch and get rid of any tightness in here. And we're holding it for just a couple more seconds. 2 and 1. And then we gently ease it in. And again, I'm going to do a little spin to show you from the other side. So as before, shuffle gently to the side of the chair, hold on to the chair for stability, take that leg back and just open that hip up and hold that posture really tall. Should be able to hold a book, maybe 2, maybe 3 if you want to show off, right on the top of your head, and just hold it there. Let it relax. Think about your breathing, slowing it down. As it slows, what you'll often find is this relaxes, and if you feel it relax, you can move it back a little further. Good stuff. 3, 2, 1. Ease them in. And again, I'm going to move that chair. You can stay where you are. So we're going to do a couple of stretches for the upper body. I'll show you a little bit side on this one. So the first one we're going to do is just for that chest and shoulder area. So we're just going to take the arms back towards the back of the chair. Might be the back bit of the base. You might even be able to get onto the arms and at the back of the chair itself. But wherever feels comfortable to get that stretch in the front of the chest. And again, just that mild discomfort. Holding it there for about 10 to 15 seconds, same as always. If it relaxes, you can go a little bit further. But if not, just hold that position. Breathing through for 3, 2, 1, and then ease them down from there. So you're going to shuffle the feet in a tiny bit narrow for this one. We're going to stretch out the sides a little bit. So a couple of ways you can do this again. You can just bring the hands across the body and rest them on the outside of the thigh. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, you can hold onto the side of the chair there and just twist that spine around and just hold it. It's a gentle stretch, just nicely easing into the stretch at a level that feels comfortable for you. So we're going to hold it for a couple more seconds. There we go, nice and relaxed. 3, 2, 1, and then ease them in. And then I'm going to spin around this way so you can see the other side. Feet again, hip shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit narrower. And then the hands come round into a stretch position that feels okay for you. If you can go further, that's absolutely fine. But if you're up on the thigh, as long as you've got a twist in that upper body, That's all we're looking for here. We're going to hold it there for 4 and 3, 2, 1, and then let them relax. And then our final stretch, I'm going to do a little bit on the backs of the arms here because they work pretty hard in those press-ups we did against the wall. So we're just going to lift one arm up into the air and let it drop behind the head. Ideally nice and close, as you can see here, but if it's stuck out there and that's as far as feels comfortable, then that's just as far as we take it. Always mild discomfort. If you want to help it a little bit, you can use the other arm just to give it a gentle pull. And again, we hold it at that relaxed position for 5. That's it. Nice and easy into it. 2 and 1. Ease them down. Give them a bit of a shake if you want. Swap the arms round. And then again, give it a pull if you want to help it that little bit more. Hold that posture really tall whilst you're doing this. It's your last exercise of the day. So we're going to keep good posture throughout. Perfect. Hold it for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. And then ease them down. Give them a bit of a loosen off. Good work, guys. So you can do that. Well, you can do that 2-3 times a week if you want. If you're feeling comfortable and it feels okay, you can do it once a day. It's just a really good way of getting everything loose, getting a bit stronger, and also just hopefully feeling good and as we like to say, feeling balanced. Thanks for joining in.